With me is the Chief of European Union's Operation Atlanta. So welcome to WION. My first question to you is about your India visit. What is the key focus like? And you have proposed exercises with the Indian Navy. If you can also give details on that.
Yes, thank you very much for taking me. The main objective of my visit here to New Delhi and Bombay is just to enhance the cooperation and coordination with the Indian Navy on the main task that we both have, which is to provide security to the Indian Ocean. So we have had good coordination that we want to keep on and to build on it. In order to do so, we have a common idea, which is let's make an exercise in May, if approved by Indian authorities, and let's practice that. So the idea is to bring the 2 vessels from Operation Atlanta here to Mumbai at the end of May and practice among the centers and the units what we might be encountered at sea. Again, this is all pending to approval, final approval, but makes a logic consequence of the discussions that the EU and India is having in a very, very high level. So this is just an operational bit that let's see what's happened.
So Operation Atlanta is about making sure that the western part of the Indian Ocean of the coast of Horn of Africa is piracy-free. The Indian Navy is also involved in operations against pirates and piracy. How is the European Union's operation and the Indian Navy are together cooperating on dealing with the menace of piracy?
Yeah, the first thing that we have in common is that we are in the area. Both of us, we have assets in the area, one through Atlanta and one through the Indian Navy. And now the rest makes logic. We need to coordinate positions, actions, and then when the situation comes, we will decide further coordination. But I can tell and I can assure you that whatever we are doing is in coordination that we need to enhance, and the piracy cases has been all resolved by either the Indian Navy or by Atlanta. And I can tell that with the assets that we have in the area, we can tackle any pirate case in the 48, 72 hours of the event. So I think that is quite an accomplishment, having in mind the huge area of the Indian Ocean.
Any example of how both sides have cooperated in a particular issue? Anything you can talk about?
Yes, at least that I call by heart. We have been coordinating in 3 cases: Alkambar, Ruin, and Abdullah. So those cases we have contacted, decided who is taking the lead, and resolving the issue, offered the support. But at the end, Indian Navy took part of and the decision of Ruin and Alkambar, and we just did on Abdullah. So basically, there are cases in the past that we are at sea at the same time with the same events, and we manage to coordinate.
So talking of Operation Atlanta, now in your area of working, where you are working off the coast of Africa, what is the situation like right now? Has there been a decrease in number of cases of piracy? Has there been an increase? If you can give your assessment about the situation, how safe the area is, or how dangerous it remains?
Okay, the year started with very high surge in piracy. So more than 46 cases of piracy that they were dealt. So we can say that we issue some warnings at the beginning of the year, but after some good and successful actions from the Indian Navy, also from Atlanta, we managed to put more than 72 pirates in front of the judge. So that is a huge deterrence for somebody who lives in Somalia, that a guy who is living in the next village now is pending judge somewhere else. So the initial pirate search has been stopped. Now we only found 4 cases of armed robbery inside territorial waters of Somalia, not big pirate cases. Let's see if we're able to keep it like that with our presence, our coordinations. So my evaluation is that initial of the year has been a huge increase. Now we stop the search, and there will be some other pirate cases, but not as much as the first of the year.
So my last question to you is about the situation in the Indian Ocean. How much challenging is the situation in the Indian Ocean? What is the big worries you see currently in the Indian Ocean region, whether it's your area of operation or beyond that? But Indian Ocean is the region from where most of the world's energy and trade flows. So just getting your assessment about the challenges in the region.
Okay, the challenges in the region to me comes to when I study tactics means a scenario and time. So the Indian Ocean, to me, the most challenge is that it's a huge area of operations that will require a lot of assets that they are not available. So the challenge is the huge area of operations and the logistics, and to succeed is the cooperation and partnership. So the way to balance that factor is to cooperate together and to have available capabilities together. So this is how I envision. I envision the Indian Ocean of a place where has to be cooperation and partnership. And if we do that way, we will keep the level of the Indian Ocean safe. Maybe not 100%, but very well controlled.
On that note, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION.
Thank you so much for taking me.
With video journalist Ajit Sidhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.